Maybe before we wrap up, just a few kind of other questions we'll ask here, kind of a wrap up segment we'll do. Maybe we'll start with a favorite trip that you've taken.
Wow, done a lot of fun trips. Been fortunate in that regard. Our highlight trip might be we did an 8-day hike in Peru, South America, to Machu Picchu, and it was kind of a lodge to lodge hike each day until we reached Machu Picchu, and that was just wonderful experience. So
How about a favorite quote? And I know you've kind of already sprinkled in some quotes here in our conversation. So yeah, is it? Can you boil it down to just one? Is there one that kind of stands out?
wow, I love quotes. I've got quotes. I've always had them scattered throughout my office and try to use them to draw some inspiration. But if I was probably going to pick one that's just kind of like talks to me internally on a regular basis, it's probably one of the oldest quotes. It's kind of biblically based, and but it's to whom much is given, much will be required. And I try to use that as my center line, so to speak, in terms of keeping that very top of mind. I've been very fortunate, been given a lot of opportunities, and always trying to understand that you need to pay it forward, or give it back to others when you've been given so much. So
Yeah, that's a great quote. It really is, and it's a great way to kind of center things, right? As things go forward. So I guess one of your former colleagues, Bill Metzger, would sometimes tell me that Indianapolis is sort of it's a foodie town if you get to know it. So and the times I've been to Indianapolis, I would agree. Do you have a favorite restaurant though in Indianapolis?
we probably do. We're big fans of local when it comes to restaurants as a general rule. But our favorite for us is a restaurant called The Meridian, and it's just a handful of blocks from our home. Occasionally, when the weather's nice, we'll even walk down to the Meridian. But they have great food, great service staff there, and it's just a very comfortable environment that we enjoy.
I know you've been spending at least a little bit more time these days in Chicago. Do you have a favorite restaurant when you're in town in Chicago?
Yes, we have three children that live in Chicago, and so we're up there to visit them. I would say my personal favorite is probably North Pond up in Lincoln Park, but from a family standpoint, we've had a lot of good meals and really enjoyed together going to Cafe Baba in Lincoln Park as well. So.
All right. Well, since it sounds like you've been doing some thinking about this, and I'm sure that it comes with it's a bitter, sweet feeling perhaps as well. But what are your plans? What do you expect to do on your first day of official retirement?
Well, I've given that a little thought. I'm so wired to just be busy and do things all the time. So I think what I'm going to try to do on my first day is not be like that, and I'm going to try to do a lot of just favorite things. So I want to walk with Kim to our favorite little breakfast place. It's about 5 mile round trip walk. I want to go put a picnic together and have a picnic lunch that afternoon in a park that's 1 block from our home that we've had a lot of great family times in, and then hope to have a happy hour about 5 o'clock, and then head to the Meridian for dinner that evening, and just kind of have this totally relaxed day, no email, and just really take a day off.
Well, that sounds great, Ed. That really does. So, thank you for sharing. Your some of your personal experiences here. What you learned from your career, how you got ready for it, how it's evolved. I do greatly appreciate you carving off some time here to share your experiences. So, thank you.
Damien, it's been my pleasure. Enjoy your podcast and look forward to continuing to listen to them in the future.